Welcome to Passive Reconnaissance, Learning the Attack and Defense. I'm going to be your instructor for the course. My name is Jeff, and welcome. So, passive reconnaissance is an incredibly important phase. Whether you're an ethical hacker, pen tester, an open source intelligence investigator, and whatnot, reconnaissance is absolutely important to learn. And matter of fact, it's so important, it's actually the first phase of hacking also for those of you that are studying for the CEH. Now, there's two types of reconnaissance. There is active and there is passive. Now, active essentially is if we directly scan a server, directly interact with people and whatnot. It is a faster version of reconnaissance because we are taking the direct route to get our intel. However, it is a lot more risky in being caught. Now, passive, on the other hand, we don't directly interact with servers or people. Again, it is a slower version of reconnaissance. However, it is a much lower risk of being caught. Now, the roadmap for this course is pretty simple. And we're going to be going through different stages here. We're going to be setting up a virtual machine. We're going to be doing people searches, social media searches, website and server scanning, employee best practices, and we'll be going over the network defense for kind of countering reconnaissance. And this is a practical course, so we are going to be setting up a virtual machine for our reconnaissance. We're going to be going over the hows and whys and when to use this type of reconnaissance, and we'll be using various tools for this purpose. Now, the prerequisites for this class is you're going to need an x86 hardware, anything fairly recent from Intel, AMD. When I say recent, I would say anything that's running Windows 7 and above. Now, I do recommend at least Windows 8.1, Windows 10, Windows 11, or a reasonably new OS X machine or Linux machine for this. You're also going to need at least 512 megs of RAM. Chances are you have a lot more memory than that. Realistically, I do recommend 2 gigs of memory or more. Because when we get into the virtual machine part, you're going to learn that we're going to be taking some of our hardware, our memory, and hard drive space for that virtual machine. And you're also going to need about 30 gigs of hard drive space free. And the more hard drive space you have free, the better off you are, because when you're doing reconnaissance, you may be collecting large amount of information, and you do want that extra space for that. Now, people with Apple M1 computers, they are absolutely amazing machines. However, they are, at the time of this recording, they are not really good with virtual machines, especially with virtual boxes, where we're going to be using for the course. So I don't recommend taking this course if you have an Apple M1 processor and you're not able to use another computer, say a older Mac, a older Windows machine, or a newer Windows machine, or a Linux machine. You will have problems trying to set up the virtual box. Also, you want to have the ability to be able to install software, because again, we're going to be downloading VirtualBox and also Kali Linux onto our machine to get our virtual machine running and run through this course. Now, with that said, we do have a lot of content to get through. Thank you for watching, and here we go.